What's going on, VV gang? Welcome back to the channel. All things strange. It's your man, Dr. Strange, here in the physical. But I'm not alone. I'm in the metaverse / VeVeVerse of madness. And I'm here with Josh from Collectors Gone Digital. What's going on, Josh?
Thanks for having me on, man. Looking forward to the stream.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. We are here. Appreciate you coming on, hanging out with the boy, you know. So yeah, man. I wanted to do a little, let's build, man. You know, I wanted to start off a blank space and do something for the noobs out there like me, man. You know, I have creativity spilling out of every pore, but that doesn't necessarily translate in a brand new environment, creating environment like this. You know, this is not the VV showroom anymore. You know, you gotta put your big boy pants on now for this.
Yeah. So, definitely a different tool. It's a lot more, so you can get overwhelmed quite quickly. So
yeah, I mean, it's a trade-off because I was a heavy vault builder and I've been on the app since the beginning and been there when like vaults were barely working and you clicking on one thing and it's clicking everything, and then they got hit like a sweet spot, but then they updated it again and then it wasn't good. So it's like, you know, on the one hand, I could see having more useful time on my hands because I'm not wasting time clicking the wrong collectibles and then fixing that for 10 minutes. And then, you know, but at the same time, I'm having problems getting out my ideas, you know, because I don't on a technical level or experience level know what I'm doing. So I just wanted to kind of have an opportunity to, you know, chill and build with guys like yourself that, you know, we could build something together. I'll at least play the sidelines until I get my bearings, and, you know, I learned a lot from your tutorial videos.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So that's really, to be honest, you making those videos, like enough of them. And I think certain things I wasn't concerned with at first because it didn't really apply to me, it felt like. But then as I did start trying to do stuff, I found myself, and then at the same time, you were still dropping videos, right? So it was like, you would drop something, I'd be like, oh, okay, that's something I'm dealing with right now. I think it was frame, no, not the frame ones, because you did chairs before that. Before the chairs, it was
like tables, benches, and tables, benches, and fences.
Right, So around then, I was kind of just hopping in and trying to figure it out, and it's kind of just like right now, you know, you drop some stairs. So by the time I even got to worrying about steps, boom, you drop some steps video with steps in it. But at the same time, I will say I still felt like it didn't necessarily address my issue that I was particularly dealing with, which was that, let's say the stairs right there that you just dropped are meant to connect to a platform. But let's say that platform is 75% of the height of these steps. So maybe like 1, 2, 3 steps instead of 4.
Yep.
So when I went to duplicate it and kind of like adjust the height, move it in, it connected, but then my man, like as he's walking up the steps, he kept getting stuck. Then as you approach it from the side, it was kind of like a gap because the bottom step was further out from the structure, kind of.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's like, how do I fix that gap? Okay, I could probably throw a cube in there, fill it in.
I don't do you mean like when you walk up, it gets all janky and stuff? I don't.
Yeah, and then I got stuck at the cube. Yeah, exactly. Yep. And then when I get to the top of the second row of steps, that's where I get stuck at. So
if you're manually building stairs, then what you got to do is after you're done building them, you got to place like a so if I put down just like a normal cube, what you got to do is, oh gosh, this happens every time in the VeVeVerse. For some reason, all the windows on my PC just close. Wow. It's only when I'm open in the VeVeVerse. I don't know if the team's aware of that, but no. So if you flatten like a cube and then just match the angle of the stairs that you built by rotating it. Then what you do is you cover the entire stairs, and then when you go to the material, go to the color and make it transparent, so that you don't actually see the ramp. Where's the transparency?
Yeah, you know what I used was the I think it was ramp or whatever it's called. They have like a, yeah, I think the shape is called ramp or whatever. I used that and then I made it clear, like transparent.
Yeah,
black and transparent. And it's weird because even though everything is turned down as like transparent as could be, I could still see it. You know what I mean? Because of
that's just the settings you had on then.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just the settings you had on. Because yeah, there is a way of making it completely invisible.
Oh wow. Okay.
But here, what I'll try and do is I'll try and just build like a structure, like a general structure, as fast as I can.
Yep.
And then when the building's starting to form, then we can just start adding, like, it's your space, so you can drop your collectibles or whatever as like decor.
Right. Same vision I had. See, this is what I was trying to do. Okay.
Now, in the beta, these stairs didn't have actually, like when you walked up them, your character would be super janky. But if you walk up these, it's smooth because they added that invisible plane that I was just showing you. They did it. Yeah, they added it to, like, I don't know if it's like that exact part, but they made that function part of the stairs now, so that doesn't happen.
When did they do that?
I
know they just did an update the other day.
Yeah, no, it wasn't part of that. It was a little while ago now, but a couple weeks after launch.
Because I mean, I see people with so many, not only huge buildings, but all these sprawling staircases, and I'm like, how? I can't even connect two together right now.
I'm going to try and lock in here and build the opening there. And sometimes I'll just like throw shapes around, and then like I don't even have any intention of like what I'll use the shape for. It'll just give me ideas sometimes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that was one of the questions too, is what would you say if someone had zero experience, never played Fortnite, never did nothing, but they just want to build in here, but they want to, you know, not use the prefabricated stuff. They want to like figure out how to build in here. What's the best thing for them to do? Is it to just kind of do this right here, start out with maybe some steps, and then, or is it to grab a picture of reference, or, you know, or? Well,
yeah, the reference thing is going to be a big part of it. Number one is just getting in here and messing with the tools. That's number one. Because a lot of people just like, pardon me, they hesitate to start to begin with, right? And that's with like just a lot of things in life. But yeah, number one is just starting. And then I personally like using reference stuff, which you can go to Google, you can go to Pinterest, you can go into VR chat and walk around like and actually see a 3D environment. But the more and more you do that, if you're focusing on the details inside those environments, then you can just compartmentalize it, break it down part by part. And then if you really do that, you'll notice that everything's just made of simple shapes. And you can just build everything that you see in these worlds. It's a matter of how much time you got. So if you see, you know, a certain wall design that you like, what I like doing, well, my advice is don't look at the entire environment and try and like
recreate it.
Yeah, don't try and replicate every single thing because you're just going to overwhelm yourself.
Yeah.
Just focus on certain parts and build out certain parts. And then next thing you know, after you do that with 20 different things, you start to have an environment for them, right?
Right.
I'm going to take away this third stairs. I don't know what I'm doing there. All right, so what we'll do is we'll put a pool right up here, the opening spot.
So another question, let's say, you know, because I don't know if it's the OCD in me or what it is, but I have a tendency to try to build symmetrically, like
Mhm.
things. So one thing I noticed is, let's say like the inside of the Ron English castle, tank castle thing, right?
Mhm.
It's built like, supposed to be a mansion type of an effect, and it has all these windows and a balcony and all this stuff. But when you're inside of it, you could see clearly to the outside. So my thought process was to try to build walls. But the first thing I
Right.
noticed is like it's literally just built uneven. So like let's say you're starting from the left side wall, working your way to the right, there'll be like two windows and then a door. And then to the right of the door is one window, but then a wall. And it's just like not even when you're trying to build a wall on the inside of it. You can't just, and I know you can, move the shapes around, you can do all that. But
Do you have that collectible?
yeah,
Can you place it down?
yeah,
So I know because I
yeah.
think I know what you mean, but I just
And
want to
that's
make sure.
another thing too, is I wanted what we do. Like that's what I wanted you to know was what I had, because that in itself could give you an idea of what you want to build. You know what I'm saying? Or
Right.
possibly build around. But I know with you being such a round up builder, you're not going to lean on any collectibles to affect what you build or not. Versus like people like us, we're like, oh yeah, give me a diorama, give me anything you can, and start off with.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't lean on them like that, but they definitely
Is
give me ideas of what to do with certain builds too. So
right. Because one of my ideas is, and I see people doing it, is obviously just building around the spawn point to where like you don't need to walk into whatever, you're just in it.
yeah,
So I
so
was gonna blow up the cathedral and have you just spawn in it and build inside of it.
so a little tip for those watching: if you click Control 0 on your keyboard,
Uh-huh.
you're gonna respawn right at that spawn point, so you can make sure you
Oh
always match it up.
wow. So wait, even though you're spawning at that point, how do you make sure the collectible is spawned there too? Because you know how like you have to drop it in front of, or like somewhere in front of you, kind of.
Um, there's two ways of dropping a collectible. What you can do is when you select it, you can just drag and drop. But then before or while you're selecting it, there's also like a checkbox saying place at origin.
Yeah.
So if you check that and then click insert, then you don't need to drag and drop it. It just drops it at.
Oh
I
wow.
don't know if it's at the point that you're at or if it's the center point of the map. I'm not entirely sure because I don't really
And
use that
then
feature. But
I know Swampy told me there's a way to select edit properties, and in position you would put in like 000 or whatever. I don't know if it's in all of them. I think it's in all three boxes. You put in zeros, and that's the starting point. You can try.
yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Prada from VeVeVerse is going to be so
Woo!
bad. She's going to see this cathedral and be like, oh my God, I could have used this for the
I
building inside.
know,
And then
bro.
build
I
inside of it.
Yo. After I hit this was when I found out she had it, and then her cathedral's in my video.
Wait, hang
Um.
on a sec. Hang on a sec. Is this the one of 40?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, dude. Congrats. What the hell? That just went over my head for a sec.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Yeah,
Damn,
man. That was
dude.
a one shot, one kill too, bro. I literally the night before when the waitlist opened, I just like hopped in it, and then I was like, oh, they got the auto pay feature, and I knew I was gonna be up to like 4, 5, or even 6 a.m. that morning.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, bro, I know I'm gonna crash, and it's gonna be hard to even catch this drop. So I was like, let me use the auto pay. So I did it, and then I don't know why, but something in my head was like, um, the numbers on the overall drop were like not super scarce, but if there was enough of us that wanted to go for it, we could sell it out if we want to. You know what I mean? And I was like,
Well, the engagement on that drop was higher than average because of all the free pieces.
right, and yeah, just everything was just, like it had a little rumbling to it, I wasn't feeling too comfortable, like, you know what I mean? I was like, yo, let me, because I know that they allocate a certain percentage to people that even use MCP points. That
Right.
automatically is a separate pool of items in there. So I looked at it as saying, hopefully there should be some of these one-on-ones in that pool. And maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe it just increases my odds somehow. I couldn't make any sense of it, but that was just my logic was saying, oh, well, worst case scenario, at least I know I'm a secure one because I'd only bid like 7,000 MCP points. So it was like 2,000 over
That's
the
not
minimum.
bad at all.
Right. So, and I don't even know if it took the points. I don't even be paying because it's like I'm at the point where I get like 1,100 a day. So the way in my brain I processed it was, is anything going to happen in 7 days where I need MCP points again? Probably
You're at
not.
1,100 a day. So are those points coming from mainly comics probably, right?
I'll tell you right now. Oh God, it's gonna make me sign in. What? He always wants me to sign in. You know who I am, damn it. Open up.
Yeah, well, that, and then, I mean, everybody's talking about it lately. You know what I'm referring to. What makes the app brutal right now.
What up, what up? Got old Millie in the house.
What up, man?
Sweet Angel, whose space is this and who's building? Awesome question. So, Sweet Angel, this is a new space that belongs to me technically, but it's kind of meant for me, Josh, and possibly other people in the future to chill and build in. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have other spaces as well, maybe only 2 or 3 at the max. But I'm gonna, start having spaces where one by one we could have these one-on-one chill outs and combos, and people could chill and build in them, and add on to what other people are doing, or just carve out their little section somewhere else in the space, and we do our thing over there. And eventually it might form into something that looks decent. It might be a place we might all want to hang out at. So that's all that is.
I mean, you're technically getting a free space out of me right now, but
oh shit. Not my intention. Oh.
Yeah,
and that's what I'm saying. We're so early in this that sometimes you don't even process what's really happening.
I'm playing.
My man.
It's all fun. It's all fun. Like I said, it feels like a video game, so.
That's true, right? That's true. So when it starts feeling like work, that's when it's like, wait a minute, right? But speaking of work, how's work been going? Like, and you got real work, and then you are getting work in the VeVeVerse.
Yeah, it's picking up. It's picking up. I mean, I was just in Alberta. Was it last week now, or a week and a half ago? Because I got invited out there to speak for like what I'm doing with social media, like my other stuff. And that's resulted in more work too, right at the same time that all this stuff kind of dropped. Now I'm trying to like pick and choose and like figure out how to prioritize stuff. So
wow. Damn. I saw how you did this, but
I appreciate the question though too, man.
Oh, absolutely, bro. We go back and we had combos way out the spectrum of Veve. So
yeah, I hope all that stuff's working out for you.
Yeah, I kind of pivoted. I pivoted a little bit from the company and stuff. I basically fulfilled what my purpose was, which was getting his website running and letting him feel like he had control over it enough, and understanding like what's necessary to keep his content fresh and all of that stuff in the background, like if I step away, which is what I was trying to just set him up for, you know what I'm saying? So he had control. Because he was letting other people manage it and stuff, and they weren't like keeping him in a loop because he's so busy, but we were just at a good time where he had the time, but he just was like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So.
Yeah. And that's typically what it is. People just don't have the time to manage it all.
Mm-hmm. But it was definitely a good experience for me to have an actual client under my belt and put into actual work things that I've just been doing for myself and testing and not sure.
That's awesome.
Wearing a lot of hats doing that, from making ads for scratch. You know, it's just crazy, man.
Hey man, I got respect for anybody who's in the ad game, because that stuff I don't even handle that stuff. I do all organic social media, so ads are just a pure headache for me. So the rules and regulations with all these platforms are always changing. They're so up and down. It's just crazy. So
yo, what's going on, man? I got Tales from the future. He said, "What's going on, gang? Chilling, man, chilling." You know,
Oh, is that not Tales from Rizzo?
I mean, he got Joker as his IP. He got the Fam J East.
Bro, it's 10:30 here. If that's Tales from the UK, what are you doing?
No, it's crazy.
No, mad love, dude. Appreciate you coming through.
Yeah. So he's one of the chosen ones that has been selected besides yourself to be part of this, you know. And that's what I was weighing out, was like, do I want to do one space where it's basically like a good 4 or 5 of y'all that I have communicated with and on different levels about doing something. So I was just like, are we gonna all build within one space and hope it all connects, makes sense, or do separate stuff? And I don't know. I'm just going with the flow, whatever happens. But
start with one house, eventually have a neighborhood.
Yeah, you feel what I'm saying, brother. You know how, you know. But the main thing is, like I said, I just want to be not only a resource for other people to learn from, but hey, I'm trying to learn too. So it's like, again, there has to be a healthy amount of people that are where I'm at with this right now, and just like to see this stuff happen from ground zero, and maybe not sped up. You know what I mean? Like, as a content creator, we make these types of videos, the time lapse videos, they do well. But like I was saying, with some of even your videos, honestly, this is what I meant to tell you. Not that I don't get a lot out of your videos, a lot of them are the time lapse ones. Mm-hmm. Those are great for when you know what you're doing in here, to understand how to use the shapes and things that's available to you.
Sure.
But when you're even a step before that part, that's where the videos where you're on live streams, chilling and building like now, mm-hmm. and explaining stuff as you go through it, that's the ones where I've learned the most, honestly. The other ones feel more like they're a good reference point when I want to say, yo, I need a chair, or this or that. You know what I'm saying? And even then, it may not verbally be telling me what to do. It's just showing me what's possible, more or less. So that's what's good about your channel to me, is you have live streams and those. So when I want more of a thorough breakdown, or like to hear you saying stuff, explaining it, mm-hmm. that's when I watch the live streams, or even other lives you've been on.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. So I do kind of wish that you had a hybrid version video. Because the good thing is you're not trying to make those shorter videos shorts per se. You're not worried about, I'm a content creator and this needs to go viral and it only should be 60 seconds. No, you're not doing that. So they're short form, but, and don't get me wrong, you speak in some of them too. That's the weird thing too. So it's like, I can't call it like a hybrid thing that you haven't done. But I think what I guess I'm saying is, I would have liked, let's say the chair one, for example. Stick with the chair. Mm-hmm. Maybe for one of the chairs, because you did like 3 or 4. I think you did 4 of them, maybe. Just having a vocal overlay of you just saying whatever. Like this style I got from freaking Italian magazine. You know what I mean? Right. This comes from freaking 18th century, whatever, and just you saying shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just entertained just hearing you talk over.
You want to know what the honest answer is to that? Because I completely agree with you. Completely agree.
It's too much damn work. I'm trying to get
just
it out.
it's time because
Oh.
right now with my current schedule, I make the videos the same day that I post them.
Oh my god.
I film, I cut, I edit, I render all same day, and then upload and do the thumbnail and do all that. So there's sometimes when I'm posting a video where I wish I did more editing in like certain parts, but I just don't have time. So and until I figure out my schedule a little bit more, but I completely agree with you. Talking over that stuff would be like a little bit better, explaining like the details and like I definitely understand that. It's not for some reason.
It's not in your way, right? The cathedral thing. It's not.
No, you're good. For some reason though, it's not letting me texture. I don't know why. So I might have to like leave and come back into the space.
Yeah.
Do you see like the big platform? Is it white or green on your screen?
It's green.
It's white. I'm looking at the stream now. Okay.
Oh, the big platform is white. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like the diving board. I don't know why.
And I don't know why. All right, one sec. Let me reload.
Yep, it's green now.
Oh, it's green now. Okay, so it's my account. Yep. Like the VV team's trying to boycott me or something. They need to like fix my freaking account, man.
Yo, I got issues on my account too. Swampy's like, what the hell's going on in here? Like, it was me, man. So yeah, I have a couple of tickets in with, I think it's Jeff or somebody.
All right, let's try this again. No, it's not letting me apply textures. Weird. What's my permission set at? Is it just
master?
Master?
Okay. I just got an error. I got an error. So it's a JSON reader exception, additional text encounter.
I believe everyone has that because I have the same thing.
Finished, yeah. So that might have been like, should we both back out of it and come in?
No. I've had that for like several days now. So
yeah.
Whatever. It's all good. I'll just keep building.
Yeah.
If you want to do me a quick favor, go to the materials library.
Yeah.
Go to paint.
Do I just type it in?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Before you click on one though, see in the top right there, apply as copy.
Right.
Click that.
Mm-hmm.
Now click one of the materials, and then just apply to everything that I've put down except for this. I'll raise that up. So except for the thing that I raised up, you can just apply to everything. Thanks.
Yeah. Now did I get
it? Also, go left a little bit. You're just the stairs.
Yep. Thanks. Oops.
Sweet, because then I could just duplicate this and it stays white. Sweet.
Oh, did I move something? Oh, you did. All right. Oh shit. Now I did the whole ground plane.
Just do undo. Yep.
I was trying to swing the camera around while I need to undo again. I think just hop step. And then am I doing the top platform too?
No, that one's just leave that one.
That's good. The water, right?
Yeah, it's gonna be the water.
Now, how do I deselect out of this? I just click anywhere in the blue box and it'll.
Just click another tool on your tool menu. So click the Explore tool or something, or the Movement tool.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone asked. They were like, "Are you both building?" No, I wouldn't say we're both building. I'm not there yet to be doing too much, but Watch. Casual.
So what do you find yourself doing most in the VeVeVerse right now? Just kind of exploring, or
Going to other people's spaces. I have a main spot that I started working on.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to mess with shapes in there, but mainly just to like customize walls and stuff like that, because I was using the prefab one. This was before they gave us the prefab home.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically just dropped in another prefab they had behind it, and then I just went in there and was messing with the floor and emissions. Like I kind of try to tackle it one thing at a time. Like I figured, why worry about lighting when you don't even have anything dropped yet to be worrying about lighting? So I just kind of was playing around in the prefab at first, and just dropping Lambos in the other prefab one, and then from there went back to the original that they have in that space, and then was just trying to customize that a little bit, but was mainly just dropping collectibles because I just wanted to see what it was like to have comics in a showroom finally.
Yeah,
all that stuff. So I just wanted to see that, but it's like I didn't have that week was just a bad week for me. Like I was just really busy. Like before anybody even announced it, I already had plans for like days ahead and all of that. So I didn't really get to take advantage. So when I did hop in, I just was working on that a little, and then I would go in someone else's space and hang out. But a lot of people already had pre-made stuff that I was going to, so I wasn't able to learn anything or see them doing much. So yeah, that's pretty much.
Hopefully this helps.
Yeah, it is. I think I like I said, I want to do this with more people. Definitely, like my man Casual, do something with him. Just different people, right? But I think for me, it's gonna be one day when I'm just chilling. I may not even be streaming. I hope I am. I try to kind of set myself up so that I could kind of just live stream on the fly, because a lot of this stuff happens organically. I noticed,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I want to just be chilling with somebody and they kind of instruct me or let me build it, but them help me out at the same time. Like let them be the fly on the wall, or we're kind of building together. But right now, if I was to do something, I would feel like I'll be disrupting something right now more than adding on. You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you on that. That's
All right, so right here,
that.
This is the example on this side of the steps. This was that gap that I was saying I have at my space now. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, to fix it, I guess I should just drop a cube in there, make it the same color, and just keep it moving. Like, nobody's gonna see it.
Yeah. You
That's
just right? I would just drop 2 cubes.
Okay. Now, why 2 versus 1?
1 won't work because of you block
right.
that. See,
when is that?
So you got to do the lower and then the top.
Yeah. All right. So I'm not crazy. Okay. Cool.
No, man, it's all simple shapes. Like it's kind of crazy actually.
Yeah.
Like I'll watch movies now and just break apart architecture, and it's just all simple shapes.
Watch Scarface, even though it's from the 80s. Look at those houses, man. Love that shit. Those Miami homes, man, and the way they make this.
Yeah.
Got Cali. Cali got a lot of crazy.
Anyways, I'll work on that part later. I know we got limited time right now.
Yep.
Oh, what time is it, by the way?
10:37.
Damn, where did time go? Okay. What do I want to do here?
Time flies, baby.
Okay, let's just extend this then. I need some sort of base.
Just chilling and building, sweet angel. That's it.
It's nuts.
I still got a giveaway going on my channel right now too.
What's going on here?
Guys, when you want to go to the last live stream, leave a comment.
Wait, what just happened here?
I don't know. I thought it like duplicated, but separated. It wasn't duplicated.
Right? That's what. Okay, I'm not tripping then.
And I'm on Explore, so I know it wasn't me this time. I'm like, yes, it's not me. I didn't do it. Yo, earlier, while I was prepping for the space, I was in my space that I had made, and I like clicked on. I had dropped the It's not a soundboard. It's not the whiteboard. It's the other one that lets you know like who's in the space with you or whatever.
Oh, the user board.
Yeah, the user board, and I didn't mean to click on it. I was like swinging the camera around, so now you're like, you know, moving to a side of the screen, then clicking and dragging to kind of move.
Yep.
So when I went to do that, I didn't even know I was gonna click on an object and then pull. But when I did that, I pulled, but then it somehow still slingshotted to the other direct. It like just went across the board, bro, and it was just weird. I was like, this has never happened before. So I had to like, you know, move up to the item. I moved up to it because it's really slim, that board, right? So I just see like a monolith like way over in the distance. So I just go up to it, and as soon as I clicked on it, I didn't do anything but click on it. When I clicked on it, it disappeared, and it brought itself back to where it originally was.
Yeah, that's just weird bugs.
Oh, I left out one part. Before I went up to it, I kept hitting the undo button because I figured, oh, I just moved that by accident. So even if it's 1, 2, 3, or 4 clicks, it should come back within like 4 clicks back. So I kept clicking the back button, and yo, it exhausted out. Like it didn't have any more clicks, and it was still way off in the distance. So I'm like, what the hell? How did that not count as a move? Like,
if you ever, because you talk about how you got shot across the map, right?
yeah, the item did, yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant you.
I was still in the same spot, but I was trying to, you know how sometimes you're, let's say, gliding to left or right, but then you're also going to try and swing the camera, like your head. So I was moving in one direction, like maybe holding A, moving to the left, and then I went to turn by clicking the screen and dragging the mouse. But I must have been clicking like on that user board. So when I went to swing the camera, it like threw it wherever the cursor was going, I guess. It was just, it does never happen since I've been in here. I was like, what the hell?
I was saying to Robbie that it's weird in the VeVeVerse with bugs because everybody experiences different stuff, which I've never seen before in like a game. Normally bugs are like consistent across the board for every user.
Yeah.
But it seems like, yeah, it varies per account. Like right now, how you can't see my avatar.
Right.
It's weird. It's weird. Oh, jeez.
Feels like I'm playing Wolfenstein 3D right now.
Yeah, you put the tank, the tank tread right on the stairs. I was like,
oh damn! Yeah, I blew it up a little too much. Hold up.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I moved it over. That's why it was moving when you were inside.
Oh, it was. All right. I was like, wait a minute. How did I get over here? I don't think this one's gonna fit this decorum with this. I know you want to see that. Did you ever pull up a picture of the Doctor Strange spot?
Yeah, it's actually it's one of the new maps in Marvel Rivals.
Wow. Wow.
It's definitely buildable in here, for sure. Again, all just simple shapes. A lot of them, though. That's
Right.
a lot of detail on that building.
Yeah, bro. Let's see. Yeah, one thing I liked how you did was you brought in books, like for that shelf. You had what looked like
Yeah, those were available in the beta.
wow, yeah. A lot of people were bringing in some unique things. I was like, damn, this is sick. Trying to check on the chat real quick, see what y'all up to. See who's up in here, man. We got VV Zombie, so you. VV Zombie, so what up, Josh? What up, Strange? What up?
What up, bro?
It's good. Man. Yeah, man. So we coming up on the 10:45 mark. I know you got to make the move shortly. And then I got Web B Wednesdays with Osmic Collects on X Spaces coming up in like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to swing by that for a little bit. I'm going to keep building. So.
Appreciate that, man. That'll be dope, man. And that's what I like about this whole thing we got going on right now. Like, I don't need to be here. You know what I'm saying? If you want to just keep like good. You know? What's interesting though is on my main space, like Swampy has creator rights in there. And I could have sworn he went in there and like basically surprised me. You know what I'm saying? He made like he like made something real small in there, and I was like, okay, I can't even do that. So I know I didn't do that. But
yeah, Swampy's a good builder.
Oh man, he's definitely that's my god. He just, in a prefab building, one of them, there's like a circle, like a O, just an open O in the top of the building. And like I said, when I started,
in the default home you're talking about.
Yeah, in that default one.
Yeah.
So on the inside, I started just basically dropping comics, like I was saying, and just letting things go where my mind would go. So he was one of the first people that came in my space, and we were talking about how, like, there's still features that he had that were just getting cut off at the time, because there was certain stuff that like certain people had but others didn't, and they were in the transition phase, I guess. But he kind of seen the vision I was going with, and it was funny because I was just working on a wall, like putting comics on a wall. So I had my back turned to him, and like for 5 minutes I blacked out. I'm just putting these comics up. And I turn around, and he's like built all this other stuff on the other wall, has stuff glowing and all types of other stuff. I'm like, oh god, this is crazy. So I just came back in today. I haven't been in that space in like 2 days, and in that circle, that hole we were talking about, it was glowing red, and I'm like, I know that was an empty hole. So then I go up to it, I turn my settings up, because the glow doesn't turn on until you turn the settings up to like at least normal or default, I think.
Yeah.
And when I did that, it started glowing. I'm like, okay, I know I didn't make that, like, because I can't make that. I'm like, when did he make that? I'm like, let me find out. He came in here when I wasn't even here. I don't know.
Swampy's good with the advanced settings. He knows how to like use the pulse settings and making stuff like flash and change color and stuff.
And that's what I'm saying, man. I think it would be awesome if we all had a space where each person kind of has their little thing, They add on that.
I completely agree with you. Veve just needs to get the space limit up, because the moment everybody starts building, it's just, you're going to hit that limit so fast.
Right. That's why I'm trying to compartmentalize it a bit and have it more like, one-on-one, you know what I'm saying, at least for now. you know, because I so far I haven't been in a scenario where we've all been building, literally working on something together. But that's the goal, you know. Like,
yeah.
So you're right. They gotta, you know, do that because you want to have an environment where you could potentially have, let's say, 20 real builders and then like 50 spectators. You know what I'm saying? That would be crazy.
Well, that's I want to do building competitions, dude. Imagine that with a live audience. That'd be sweet.
That's what I'm saying. You know, I gotta host that, right? You know. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's also one of my little things I want to work on. Not to put too much out there, but I want to you know, create a little stage or something. You know what I'm saying? Might have some talent shows. Might have, you know.
There we go.
Hosting some spaces and some events and stuff.
We're gonna put like a little pond in this little shape I'm making. Little pond with what do they call it? Lily pads. But I know you gotta wrap up, so that won't be another time. But
okay. Bam. Oh yeah, see it coming together. Oh, and another quick tip for people out there. How do you, I don't know if you can, I don't know how you got to where you were with this thing, but how do you start off in an environment that's all black? So let's say I wanted to do like the thing you were doing the other day where you're just dropping collectibles and want to just see them in blackness with a little light, you know, like
just make sure you have a skybox on, not just like a gray world like this.
Right.
And then turn the skybox intensity to 0. So only the beta testers right now have that ability.
Oh.
Yeah.
So a normal person might need, the only way to do that then is to like make a box and make all the walls black and try and seclude yourself from the light.
Yeah, you can. Yeah. Sorry, that's the other way. So you can just take 4 walls, or the easy way is just take a cube, enlarge it, and just go inside the cube.
Right.
And then what you can do is, I would probably recommend matte black over gloss black.
Yes. Yes.
And then
just the way the light will reflect, it's better.
Exactly. And then it's not going to be pitch black for you, unfortunately, but
right.
I mean, it's the best you can get. So
yeah. Because that was something I envisioned doing. You know, so much of the stuff I see you guys do, I've had the envision of it, but either I couldn't do it or I don't know how to do it. So
right.
You know, just watching all of the ideas I've had just right in front of my face, it's just funny, you know. But yeah, I guess we'll get there. You know what I'm saying? I guess we will get there. Sure.
Just takes time.
Yeah, man. Swampy killed me, man. He had an elevator in the spot and all of that. I'm like, this dude was crazy.
Elevator with what, a collectible inside?
No, it's you spawn in like a room, and right in front of you is like a bookcase, but it's open. And so like it was supposed to be a hidden one, and then when you walk into the bookcase, you just hit a wall. There's a pole. It's a pole in front of you, and then when you walk into the pole and you just stand there, your character goes down, and you realize like, oh snap, I was in like an elevator thing. And then you go down, and then when you go down, you're in like a cave, and then as you walk through, you see like a DeLorean, and then you go through this.
Oh, is that the Bat Cave, or was that somebody else who made it?
Yeah, it's the Bat Cave.
Yeah. I saw that on social media.
Yep. But walking through there, it's definitely an experience. You know, you're like, wow, that's. I feel like you're on a short trip.
I saw that on social media. I sound like I'm 80. I saw it on X.
Yep.
All right, we got a little something going on here.
Yes, sir. It's been fun, man. You know, we only had a couple minutes, but yo, I see how you guys can end up, you know, being on streams for like 2 hours easy.
Oh, and things just go by. Yeah.
It really flies, man. Really flies. But yeah, man, loving the vision. And yeah, man, we're gonna keep it going, man. You know?
Cool, man. Well, I know you're 5 minutes out, so I'll let you go, but I'm gonna meet you over there. So thanks again for having me on, man. It was I love building, so it was fun. And yeah, look forward to more.
Yo, man, I appreciate you blessing us with your presence as always, man. And you know how we do, man. We're the collective. You know, we're gonna all catch up on X Spaces, man, in a couple minutes, man. You guys are welcome to join us over there. And I appreciate everybody sliding through, hanging out with us in the VeVeVerse of madness, man. So it's your man, Dr. Strange. Yo, appreciate Josh from Collectors Going Digital coming through, hanging out with your boy. It's chilling and building, man. You know what we do. So yeah, man. Any last words for the people, Josh, when we get out?
I just appreciate everyone who came through. It was a chill stream. I know I wasn't too energetic or anything, but yeah, no, I just appreciate everyone watching and everyone who's been supporting.
Yeah, man. Same here. Same here. All right, man. So yeah, like I said, man, appreciate you, bro. Ain't gonna keep you too much longer. We're gonna get out of here, man. So yeah. Have a good night, everyone. Catch you later.
Easy, guys.
All Things Strange is out.